Some scars are physical, and some, or most, are emotional, and every single one of us have them. I'm reminded of a story I was told years ago about a little boy that grew up in Florida. His backyard that he loved playing in backed up to a body of water. He would often swim and play and just normal stuff boys would do. This one day, he was standing about knee deep in the water when it happened. An alligator, out of nowhere, grabbed hold of his legs and started dragging him back into the water. His mom, who was inside, heard him scream. So she ran out of the back door, across the yard, jumped into the water like any mother would, and grabbed hold of her son. Not even concerned about this large animal that could destroy her son and her. She just jumped in, grabbed hold of him by the arms. But that alligator was so large and so powerful, it was no match against the woman. And so he kept pulling her son out of her grasp, and she would reach back into the water and grab hold of him until finally she realized it was probably her last chance. And so she grabbed hold of her son by the arms and clenched down with her fingernails, penetrating his flesh as the alligator's bite and teeth were penetrating the flesh on her boy's legs. And for what seemed like eternity, they wrestled each other in a tug of war for the boy. Thankfully, the mother won and grabbed him and drug him out of the water, out of the mouth of the alligator, back onto shore. Years later, arms scarred from the fingernails of his mom and legs scarred from the teeth marks left by the alligator. Years later, he's in college, and his friends know that something had happened, but they're not sure what. His closest of friends that would see him in the dorms and stuff in shorts knew that his legs were scarred. But in public, he always wore long pants. But he didn't always wear long sleeve shirts. One day, one of his friends asked him, "What happened? And why is it that you cover your legs so you don't reveal the scars there, but you often wear short sleeve shirts, like you don't care that people see your scars on your arms?" And the young man began to share the story of what happened to him when he was a little boy. And he said, "You see, every time I see the scars on my legs, I'm reminded that something tried to kill me, and it bothers me. But every time I see the scars on my arms, I'm reminded of the sacrifice and the extent that my mom went to love me and to save me when she jumped in and grabbed hold of me. I'm reminded of the love my mother has for me every time I see the scars on my arms. So that's why I don't bother to cover those up." Every single one of us have scars, some physical, most are emotional. I pray that today, when you see your scars or you're reminded of your scars, I pray that you don't see the pain and are not reminded of the wound and the pain that was caused in the moment. But when you see your scar, I pray that you see the healing power and the love of your Heavenly Father for you.